cash flow is the total amount of money that is flowing in and out of your business over a period of time. That's what we refer to cash flow as. So we're looking at the cash that is flowing in and out of your business. Now, when we are assessing the health of your business, we want to see how healthy is your business. We must look at cash flow. How are you managing your cash flow? And we've seen the challenges that you have as far as cash flow management is concerned. We consider your business to be healthy if the cash flowing into your business is more than the cash that is flowing out of your business. And I want to bring it to your attention that there's a very interesting trend. There are several shifting trends. And as far as access to finance is concerned, we are sort of shifting. I'm not saying we are avoiding. We are shifting towards lending based on cash flow. Did you know that? As opposed to maybe being asked to produce securities and so on. There's a lot of unsecured lending, and the basis of that is your cash flow management. So banks are willing to lend you money if you demonstrate that you're a healthy business. So you can see there's a picture of a business. That's your business. It doesn't matter whether you're doing cereals, medical supplies, aggregate, and so on. That is the cash that is flowing inside your business. But sometimes when we ask, can you quantify exactly how much money is flowing through your business, many of us begin to have challenges around that. And you told me that one of your greatest challenges is mixing business and personal finances. So it's important that we get on top of the game. And how do we do that? By beginning to embrace cash flow management. And cash flow management is a process. It's not something you do once in a while. It's something that you continue to do day in, day out. So it's a continuous process, and you're tracking how much money is flowing in and out of your business. So when we talk about tracking, we talk about record keeping. You need to track every single shilling that is flowing in and out of your business. So now let's get into the nitty-gritties of cash flow management. When we talk about cash flow management, there are 4 key things that you need to implement, or 4 practices, and you need to be very systematic about this. Step 1, identify your cash flows, and then step 2, increase your cash inflows, reduce your cash outflows, and then manage your cash reserves. In order for you to become a cash flow management pro, as I saw, in the advert, you need to identify where is your cash coming from and where is your cash going to when it leaves your business account. And so you can see that something has changed in that business. You can see that there's order, that you're beginning to put your house in order by separating. Now we're not seeing notes flying all over the place, but we are seeing that there's a systematic order of your cash transactions. So you begin to separate. What are these activities that are responsible for injecting money into my business and for pulling away money from my business? So you begin to look at cash sales, and now, especially during the period, this interesting period that we're going through, it's all about cash. And if you don't have your cash flowing into the business, there's a problem there. So we're encouraging our customers to pay us in cash. We're intensifying our collections. Once in a while, we get injections from financials, from the bank, and so on. And even you as a business owner, sometimes you also put in cash into the business. And then cash outflows, what are those activities? And there are so many. So those are the key activities. You're paying your suppliers, you're paying one person or another, including the bank, and also sometimes withdraw from our businesses. And you've told me that's one of the things that you do. After you have identified your cash flows, which are flowing in and out of your business, step number 2 is to increase your cash flows. And by increasing cash flow, we are giving you an example here, or where we can use a funnel. And this is about widening the mouth of the funnel. And these are some ways that you can do that. And we've been talking about this from last year. Try to find ways and means of increasing your products or service range, because the more you do that, the more you increase the chances of cash flowing into your business. Expand, your markets, whether it's virtually, whether it's your physical markets, and also try to expand your revenue streams. Like investments and so on. I want to give a word of caution here, in as much as we are saying that there's trade beyond the borders. You need to be careful, which, especially when you get into a different country with different legislation, different ways of doing things, you need to be careful to ensure that your cash is not burnt. So how do you apply this in your business? Make it easy for customers to pay. Increase, if they want them delivered, please go ahead and do that. Increase the payment options, and KCB has been very proactive in this, just helping you to be able to transact so that you can increase more cash into your business. Encourage your customers to pay you in cash. Sometimes offer discounts, promotions, and so on, so that you can accelerate your sales and also collect more. We know that sometimes we sell on credit. Make it your business to collect as fast as possible so that cash runs into your business. The other thing you need to do is to control your spending. Every successful business has mastered the art of controlling their costs. And I liken that to tightening the tap on cash. If you look at that, you see a tap, there's water flowing. We know water is life. And if you know that water is life, you don't just open the taps, for the water to be misused. You must preserve your water, use it, for the right purposes, so that you can always have it. And you can use the same analogy even for your business. Tighten the tap. Number one, spend according to the budget. This is something we emphasize many times, and I saw that this is not a very common challenge from the poll. So you have your budget, that's great, but please use it and stick to the budget. Minimize cash payments, make your payments on time, and also, as a business person, have some designated days. Don't just pay any day, anytime. You walk into the office, you're told, madam, please sign here. Sir, please sign here. You don't even know what you're signing and all that. So why don't you dedicate a day once a week specifically for payments? In the process, what are you doing? You're controlling the cash that is flowing out of your business. Some other ways here: negotiate with your suppliers so that you can delay payments as much as possible, so that you have a cash, you have cash flowing into your business that you can use for operations. Some cash management tips. Number one, and I know this is a challenge for very many of us, please let us acquire the discipline of separating our personal and business cash flows, those transactions. If you want to plan for a holiday for your family, there's nothing wrong with you doing that, but you can plan for it. Separate yourself from your business, because when you take from the business, you starve your business of money or cash of that it can use for operations. Number two, pay yourself a salary. And not only that, live within your means. Use products such as the KCB Vuma, and discipline yourself to spend in line with that wallet. So those are some cash flow tips there. Please, just to bring it to your attention, we are going to give you these slides, and you can refer to them even outside of the training. Anybody who has your money, chase your debts. That's your money. You need it so that you can demonstrate the health of your business. So don't be afraid of chasing for your money. And of course, prioritize. You need to know, what are my priorities? I need to pay my taxes. I need to repay my loans. I need to pay my suppliers, otherwise they won't supply me, and so on. So when we talk about cash reserves, we're talking about money that a company, we want to focus more on your business, keeps on hand in order to meet emergency funding needs. This is cash that you refrain from spending. You set aside so that you can use it on a rainy day, and that rainy day always comes. In our interactions with business people, we have found that one of the things that cripples businesses is just having this this cash reserves that you can draw on in the event of an emergency. And this is emergency needs. So let's just focus, let's zero in on that word emergency. And we want to do a little activity here where we want to identify, when we talk about cash reserves being money that you're setting aside to meet emergencies, what exactly are these emergencies? So let's help out each other. Maybe perhaps Jimmy, many of us are struggling with this whole issue of cash reserves. But I have seen in my 25 years of experience in as a financial management consultant, many small businesses like you and me, many SMEs, let me call us MSMEs, many of us claim that we can't put together a cash reserve, but we are the same ones who pull out a lot of money from the business and divert it for personal means. Don't you find that interesting? Meaning that your business is able to generate and to build a cash reserve. And I want to take this opportunity this morning to challenge you as a business person, as opposed to pulling that cash out and using it for various purposes. And then when you have a business need, you're not able to respond to that order. You're not able to, a machine breaks down. Can you imagine? A machine breaks down and you can't replace it. You can't fix it. What does that do to your business? So let me just share with you some tips of how you can go about building a cash reserve. Step number one, you need to set a target. You need to ask yourself, how much is enough for my business? And this question will vary from one business to another. And how are you going to go about this? The first thing you need to do is to estimate your monthly spending. How much does my business spend every month? Now, you won't be able to know that if you're constantly, mixing your personal and business expenses. You won't be able to see clearly. That's why we recommend, please separate yourself from the business so that you can see clearly. Now, when you do that, you'll be able to estimate, I pay this much in rent, I pay my employees, I pay my utilities, and so on. So let's just assume, for the purposes of simplicity, that you estimate your monthly expenses and you find out that for my business, it is 100,000 Kenya shillings. That is step number one. Now, that is possible to do if your business has regular cash cash flows, and especially cash outflows. Remember, we are saying that we want to build a cash reserve so that we can be able to cover the business in the event that something goes wrong, an emergency. There are disruptions in business. So to keep you going, you need to have cash that will keep you up and running. Now, if your cash flows are irregular, they are irregular from one month to another. It depends. For example, if you're a school, we know schools are closing next week and opening in the next 1 week or so. So we expect that if we look at your bank account, we will see a spike in revenues in the month of July and August. And that is business that is normal because of the peculiar nature of your business. So we all know our businesses, I've seen serials, so you know which months, there are peak periods. So now you need to be able to estimate your monthly spending.